Hello, hello. Summer wedding season is upon us. So my very good friend Kiki, who has a channel, The Hooded Lid, and I thought it would be a perfect time to bring you a Mother of the Bride, Mother of the Groom summer wedding makeup collaboration. When I first discovered Kiki's channel a little over a year ago, I was absolutely positive she was a makeup artist. Kiki is so talented with makeup. She has lots of videos showing beautiful, beautiful makeup looks. She also does a lot of very detailed, very honest makeup reviews of the latest luxury makeup releases. Between the two of us, we will be bringing you a variety of recommendations. My video is focused more on an afternoon casual garden wedding using mostly affordable products, and Kiki will be bringing us a more formal evening look, I am sure, with some gorgeous luxury makeup products. Of course, Kiki's channel and her video will be listed and linked in the description box below, so after you finish this video, please make sure to pay Kiki a visit. Give her my love. I cannot wait to see what Kiki comes up with. I hope this sounds fun to you, and if it does, please throw this video a thumbs up, and let's jump right into it. How I prepped my skin this morning: of course, I did my usual skincare routine. This is a garden wedding, so I want to make sure I have protection from the sun. I have already applied my Can Make Mermaid Sun Gel SPF 50. This is a hybrid, very lightweight, very sheer SPF. Sits beautifully under makeup. Love this stuff. You may have heard me talk about it before. I have also pre-hydrated my under eyes with my Sukiyaki Suhada Urea Eye Cream. This is a very lightweight eye cream, and I will apply this about 20 or 30 minutes before putting my makeup on to make sure my under eyes are very hydrated and plumped, and that really helps with making the concealer and corrector sit more beautifully on my under eyes. Of course, I've already applied my Lumify eye drops. I do that before any big event, and I've also already applied my City Lips Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. Super, super hydrating and a great way to prepare my lips prior to doing my makeup. Love, love, love this stuff. One more note before we get into the actual makeup. Because this is for an afternoon, mostly outdoor, summertime wedding, I have a couple of goals. Number one, I need the makeup to last a long time. Weddings can be long, and potentially we might be dealing with some heat. So I'm going to share with you some bulletproof makeup tips. And again, it's mostly outside, so the makeup has to look really good in the natural sunlight. That can be tricky. Sometimes makeup can be very, very obvious in the natural sunlight, and that's one of the reasons I'm going to try to make this makeup pretty natural looking. Now let's get into the makeup. As always, I'm going to be starting with my Pixie Peach Corrector. This is just a go-to. You have heard me talk about it a million times. It is a peach corrector. I'm using my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I pick it up with the brush, and I am placing this in this dark inner corner. This brush is so soft, and it fits in that dark inner corner perfectly, and I'm just really placing it there. I don't put this all over my under eyes. It is a little bit concentrated and thick, but that's one of the reasons I like it, is because it's very opaque, and it really, really does cancel out and neutralize that dark inner corner foundation. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, and it depends a lot on your skin type and your skin preferences. But for me, I have found that a fuller coverage foundation can look a little bit cakey and a little bit makeup-y in the afternoon sunshine. But yet I do want a foundation that has good longevity. Now, typically foundations do last fairly well on my somewhat dry skin. I really don't even own a primer. But depending on your skin type, you might want to select a primer, especially if you have issues with pores or issues with foundations lasting a while. I will put some primer recommendations in the description box below. But today I am considering my moisturizer and my SPF, my primer, so I'm not using a primer. What I am doing is I'm doing a little bit of mixology with two very affordable drugstore foundations. I've been experimenting with these for the last few weeks, and I think I have found for my dry skin the perfect blend of coverage, radiance, and longevity. And one is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. alone, this is a little bit too sheer and a little bit too glowy, and it doesn't have good longevity. As I am blending it with a little bit of this L'Oreal True Match Hyaluronic Serum Foundation. This is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation in the shade 425. And this is the True Match Hyaluronic Acid Serum Foundation, the one that comes with the dropper bottle. And that is in the shade Light Medium. Again, this one is sheer radiant coverage. This one is more medium, slightly matte coverage, very long lasting. By blending these two together, not only do I get a perfect shade, I get just the right amount of coverage, medium coverage, I get just a little bit of radiance, and I get a really long lasting finish. So I am going to apply this to my face. And one of the tricks to making foundation last a long time is to apply it in light layers. I'm really trying to apply this pretty lightly. I am using my e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator, a very dense buffing brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of e.l.f. setting spray, and that is going to help me blend the foundation. So like I said, I'm trying to apply a very light layer of foundation. I can always add more. Okay, I'm going to add just a tiny bit more to the sides of my face where I have some hyperpigmentation. Just going to buff that in. So that's the foundation. I hope you can see we achieved a light medium coverage, slightly radiant but not overly glowy finish. And I have been playing with these for the past few weeks, and this does give me a really nice long-lasting wear time. I have a new drugstore concealer to share with you, and it is the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. I've been playing with this for the past few weeks. It has a medium coverage, very hydrating. It comes in a pump. My preference would actually be the doe foot because it's really hard to get the right amount out with the pump. That's way too much. I'm not going to apply all of that under my eyes. I'm just going to pick a little bit up with my Real Technique Deluxe Crease Brush. And again, I've already color corrected, but I do want to just apply a small amount of concealer. It's a little bit lighter than I thought. I have it in two shades. I may have accidentally grabbed the lighter shade, but that's okay. A little bit of brightening up under the eye can be very lovely. Pick up just a tad bit more for this side. Again, I'm going in very, very light. Apply with a brush, blend with my finger. And I'll use a damp sponge to finish blending that in. I always use a corrector as an eyelid primer. I don't really use an eyeshadow primer. Bronzer. I really, really want to try the new L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer that everyone is talking about. I couldn't get my hands on it in time for this video, so I am using my tried and true Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade 01 Sunlight, and I have to use my Angie Hot and Flashy Angled Blush Brush. This is just my favorite way to apply bronzer. Angie Hot and Flashy brushes used to be sold only in a set. They are now sold individually. Anyway, I love this brush for bronzer, and so, you know, when we apply foundation, it gives our skin a very uniform color, and we don't look uniform, so it can look a little bit mask-like. So what I like to use bronzer for is to just give a little bit of life to the face. I don't want anything too dark, too orange. I just want to give a little bit of natural color variation where the sun naturally hits. And this, although it says silky matte, it's not matte, it's not glowy. It is one of my very favorite bronzers, for sure. And the sun hits us on our forehead, on the tops of our cheeks. Again, this is summer, so I don't mind having a little bit of a sun-kissed look. The bridge of the nose, under sort of boom, bridge, boom, right? And a little bit on the jawline and down the neck. You really almost can't overdo it with this bronzer. It's just so silky and so blendable and so natural looking. Now again, we're going for a pretty natural afternoon daytime look. So I'm going to use my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer as eyeshadow. Pick it up with a little fluffy crease brush. This is a Wet n Wild fluffy crease brush, 99-cent brush. Pick up a little bronzer, and I am just going to apply it as a transition eyeshadow. Gives a very, very nice, natural definition to the eye without looking overly made up. And it gives a little bit of consistency or synchronicity to our look as well. Again, afternoon, summer wedding in the sun, so I am going for a much more natural daytime look here. Moving on to blush, and this is another product you have heard me talk about, and this is the Milani Cheek Kiss in the shade Nude Kiss. This is just a nice nude dusty rose, and it is a very, very silky formula. Tap some off there, and I'm just applying it high up on the cheekbone, patting it in with my finger, and a little bit toward the center of the face and up on the bridge of the nose there as well. This stuff just blends itself. Do the other side. Now, cream blushes don't tend to be super, super long lasting. So we are going to double blush because again, I'm trying to make this makeup super long lasting. The best way to get bulletproof blush is to double blush. So again, Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Blush, and I am going to top it with a powder blush. And today I am using Essence The Blush, another super affordable blush, and this is in the shade Befitting. And that is the shade. And I am taking my Sephora blush brush. Again, take some off on my hand, and I am just dusting that very, very lightly over the cream blush, almost to set that cream blush. Going for that summer look, sun-kissed look, I'm putting it all the places where the sun hits my face. Bridge of the nose, a little bit on the forehead, tops of the cheekbones, temple, and eyes. Another way to extend the longevity of our complexion products is, of course, with a setting or a finishing powder. I have a brand new drugstore powder to share with you, and it is the Physician Formula Butter Believe It Translucent Compact Powder. Look how pretty that is. It does have that sort of, I don't know, beachy smell, so if you don't like that, you might not like this, but I have been seeing some rave reviews on this product, so I am going to use a little bit of this to set my complexion. And I'm taking my e.l.f. blush brush, so I'm just going to sweep the blush along there. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? It really picks up easily. I want to make sure to tap this brush off because I do not want to over powder my face. Too much powder can look cakey. Okay, so I am just going to very, very gently touch this to my under eye area, my T-zone. It does not impart any color. It is translucent. I have heard it's very poor blurring, which would be nice. And I am not powdering my cheeks because I already have the powder blush on top of the cream blush, and I do want to maintain the radiance on my cheeks. But we are applying the powder everywhere else. So that is the Physician Formula Butter Believe It. And I have to say, I think it looks really nice on the skin. I do want to use a little bit of soft highlighter, but I don't want to be too glowy. Again, we're going to be outdoors in the afternoon sun, and shimmer and glitter will absolutely show up. So for a very soft, very natural highlight, I'm going to use the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight. This is an iconic highlighter Never any glitter, never any sparkle, just imparts the most beautiful, beautiful glow. Super, super affordable. Going in with my Real Techniques setting brush, picking that up, and I am just touching that to all the places I want a little bit extra glow. Above the eyebrows, top of the cheekbones. This is just one of the most natural looking highlighters to give a little bit of a glow without any sparkle or glitter. Complexion is done. Now there's one more product I want to add before we go on to the eye makeup, and this is a product that's going to help ensure that all these complexion products stay in place no matter how hot and warm and humid it is on our wedding day. This is one product that is not drugstore, but it can be purchased in a mini either at Sephora or Ulta, and it is the classic, iconic Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. And this just gives some added insurance and helps these products last as long as possible. I'm going to give it a good shake, and I'm going to hold it away from my face, and I am going to spray a very light mist on my face. 1, 2, 3. And let that dry a little bit. And I'm even going to just sort of use my sponge to make sure that everything is melded together. The setting spray, if there's any kind of a powdery look to your face, the setting spray will take the powdery look away. And of course, I want to use the setting spray before I put my mascara on. So that is why I put the setting spray on before the rest of my makeup. In the interest of time, I just went off camera and I did tightline my upper lash line with my L'Oreal liner in the shade Taupe Gray Tweed. You've seen me do that a million times. I do have a video on how to tightline. I will list that in the description box below, but I am tightlined. I also did my eyebrows with my CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow in the shade Medium. Both of these products are very long lasting, and they are both very affordable drugstore products. Because the look that I'm going for is really more of a natural afternoon garden wedding look, I'm not doing anything fancy with eyeshadow. I think we already got some nice definition from the bronzer and the blush, and I'm just going to finish up with a little bit of highlighter on the inner lid, and I am using Revlon Skin Lights. This is a little bit more shimmery than the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. You can see it's pretty shimmery. Really pretty as an eyelid shimmer. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Instapop brush, just pick a little bit of that out, and I'm just applying a light layer of that to the inner half of the eyelid and a little bit on the inner corner. Again, I'm really going for just a very natural, pretty daytime eye look. I am going to use my Sephora retractable waterproof eye pencil. This is not drugstore, but it is super affordable. I have it in the shade Shimmer Taupe. You have seen me use this before. Connect the lower lash line with the upper lash line, and it's a light enough color that it doesn't drag the eye down. It does have this little buffer sponge, blending sponge, and I'm just going to soften that like so. Again, just a little bit of soft definition without weighing the eye down with eyeliner. Let me do this side. A new to me mascara that I have been absolutely loving for the past several weeks. I have it in both the regular formula and the waterproof formula, and it is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. This stuff is so good. I don't know what took me so long to try it. Everybody's been raving about it. It has the little, it's sort of a plastic wand, but it's not stiff. And because we're going for a more natural look, I'm not going to go for the Va Va Voom thick eyelashes. I'm not going to use an eyelash primer. This mascara gives nice length and volume, but still has that fluffy, natural look. But once again, I will just wiggle it at the base like I always do and brush it up. This sort of plastic wand really does keep the eyelashes separated. So there is with mascara and there is without mascara. Let me get the other side done. All right, mascara is done. Now I'm not putting any mascara on my lower lash line. I typically don't anyway. I feel like that sort of drags my eyes down. But I hope you can see how really pretty and fluffy and natural, but yet thickened and lengthened the eyelashes are with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Waterproof Sky High Mascara. For a long-lasting lip color that doesn't bleed and doesn't fade, a lip liner is a must. And I have the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Whipped Caviar. Now, this is a drier formula. It is not creamy, but the fact that it is dry, it really does stay in place and it really does prevent bleeding of lipstick. And I'm also using it to fill in my lips. This is a drier matte formula, so it doesn't feel creamy going on, but that's really going to help our lip color last a long time. I'm just using the side of it to fill in the lips. One of the lipsticks from the drugstore that is super long lasting that I can recommend is the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon. This comes in a variety of colors and it's like a pencil crayon. And although it is very long lasting and mostly matte, it's still a little bit creamy. I am just going to apply a light layer. One of the tricks to a long-lasting lipstick is to use a lip brush and really work it into the lips. So I think the combination will give us a long-lasting lip color, and I think it looks really pretty. But I think this is just a little bit of a stronger lip than what I am going for today. So I'm going to take that lipstick off and I'm going to show you my new favorite lip color. Again, I'm going to touch up the lip liner because that is the secret to the staying power. Make sure my lip is filled in. So that is just the lip liner. And once again, it feels pretty dry. So I am going to top it off with my new favorite lip product. I just purchased this during the Tarte sale when they had the full face of Tarte. And it is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. And I have it in the shade Raspberry. I love this stuff. It is a very hydrating sort of balm style lipstick, but it is surprisingly long lasting. But this is going to make that really dry matte lip liner feel so much better and add beautiful, beautiful color. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I absolutely love it. And I have found it to be surprisingly long lasting. I mean, not like a matte lipstick, but by putting the matte lip liner under the Tarte Maracuja, I get a really pretty glossy look with the long lasting power. Now, I am going to take my lip brush and sort of work it into my lips, like I said earlier, to help it last a little bit longer. Lipstick always makes me happy, especially when it feels as juicy and delicious as this. And here is the final look. I think it turned out really pretty. Very polished but natural, perfect for an outdoor afternoon garden wedding. And we played with some products and some techniques to ensure that this look is going to last all day. Of course, you will need to carry a lipstick with you, maybe a blush, maybe a powder, but I think we really did achieve a bulletproof makeup. As always, all the products that we talked about today are listed and linked in the description box below. And of course, Kiki's video is listed and linked in the description box below. So please make sure and go say hello to Kiki and give her my love. I can't wait to see her more formal evening look. And with all that being said, I hope you have a beautiful day and a wonderful week. I really look forward to visiting with you in the comment section, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.